have learned a lot at a senior level, and teachers, parents, all of us learned a lot in this assessment journey. But in the last number of years, especially with our move to Thought Exchange, we've heard from parents and we've heard from staff that the report card isn't quite cutting it. So not that the direction is not correct, but that we need to fine-tune the report card, modify it, so that it's a much more user-friendly report card, not just for the parents, but for staff as well. Because it's one piece of the puzzle in reporting. So that's what's happened.
The number one thing that needed to be addressed is our families were not understanding what we were trying to communicate about student learning. And the most important thing that we're recognizing now is that student learning is so comprehensive, and to try and capture it in one report card is a very difficult thing to do. It needs to be an ongoing conversation and information sharing.
The students were really interesting, actually. Their feedback was, just tell us where we are. Don't be mean about it, but just tell us where we are. We just want to know if we're doing good enough for the next grade. They're the ones who want it very simplified as well. If we're doing a good job, great. If we're not doing a good job, just tell us in as nice a way as you can, but be clear with us. It's a lot shorter, I think, depending on the grade level. The first thing they're going to notice is the weight is different. We went from about 10 pages, in some cases longer if we had options or CTF courses included, and now it's down to about 5 pages. We're now asking for information on the competencies rather than citizenship and social responsibility, and we're not asking educators to provide a mark on competencies, but rather some comments about, here's some areas that we embedded the competencies in the curriculum areas, and here's some things we've noticed about what your child does really well, and here's an area of the competencies that your child needs to continue to grow. We adjusted the description of the indicators because parents told us they felt like they were too unclear, so that was one of the areas where we wanted more clarification for parents. And those are really just about what level of achievement relative to the grade level of enrollment.
We need to be more adaptive, responsive to real-time learning as it happens, and technology is a great tool to allow us to do that. And we've got all kinds of tools now at our fingertips. There's apps that kids are using, there's the Google Classroom that parents can have access to not only what the kids are working on, but they can see the feedback that the teachers are providing to students about their learning and where they're at, so that they can understand, get a clearer picture of where their students are in their learning continuum.
One of the things that occurred to me is that we were expecting an awful lot of the report card. We were expecting the report card to tell the whole story in some cases, or when I say we, I mean that's the sense I got from the respondents to the survey. And I think that if we expect the report card to do that big of a job, it's sure to fail. So we looked at the pie chart as a way of visually explaining that the report card is a slice of a moment in time. 3 times a year we take a snapshot and we provide some written documentation about here's where right at this point in time your child is achieving. But that has to be balanced with a whole lot of other information along the way. We've tried to be responsive to parents when they're saying, I just want to know, do I have to worry or not? Is my kid okay or do I have to worry?
Parkland School Division, where the world opens up.